What is going on, guys? Jack here, aka No I'm the Man 13, bringing you some more TF2 gameplay. This time I am playing the Pyro, and I am using the degreaser, the Scorch shot, and the extinguisher. Now, mainly in this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the Scorch shot. Now, basically, this was the only new weapon that came out in the Meet the Pyro update. Like, I know there was like the reskins for the regular flamethrower and the fire axe, but this was like the only brand new weapon. And when I first got it, because I bought it, you know, when it came out, and I tried it out and I was like, man, this sucks. Like, I thought it was terrible. I mean, I was using the flare gun like basically 24/7, 100% of the time, you know, whatever. And then I started using this, and I thought it was way worse than the flare gun, way worse. And then finally, Star put out a video, and I'm pretty much like saying almost the exact words from him, but it's because they're true. I saw him put out a video with this, and he was using pretty much the same setup as me right now, except he was using the power jack instead of the extinguisher. But he was talking about the Scorch shot too, and he was talking about how he liked it so much, and I saw a little bit of the gameplay, and I was like, maybe I should try this out too. So I went into TF2 and I tried it out, and I got like some really good games, but I wasn't recording because I didn't think I would get any good games, so I was like, okay, great. So then I had to get a gameplay for today, or you'll probably be seeing this tomorrow, and I was like, okay, I gotta get a game, you know what, maybe I should try out the setup again. Tried it out again, and then I got this game. This is like a full round. I think I started late again, but it was like right in the beginning, so it doesn't really matter. It's a full round of payload on defense again, my favorite game mode. I love payload. I think it's the best game mode. But anyway, yeah, he was talking. Oh, and right there you can see you can kind of like jump with it, like do like a sort of Scorch shot jump. It's not like really that high, but I don't know. It'll get you over some obstacles, I guess. But anyway, so I tried it out, and I was like, wow, I really like this. It's probably, well, I think it is my favorite flare gun right now. Basically, it is just like, well, no, I'm not gonna say that. It's kind of like the flare gun, except that when it hits people, it doesn't do a lot of damage, but it like knocks them backwards. Now, when I first like heard that, I was like, well, that kind of sucks. I'd rather have damage, because, you know, that's like what I like. I just like having guns that do more damage. And so when I first tried it out, you know, I didn't really give it that much of a chance. However, when I saw Star's video, I saw how he used it, and I was like, okay, maybe I should try this out again, and so I did. Now, what I found out is that the Scorch shot actually has like a blast radius. You don't need to hit the person directly like you do with like the flare gun, for example, or maybe the man melter too. I'm not sure if you have to hit them directly with that one, but I haven't actually tried out the detonator. I have not tried out the detonator, so I don't really know, like, I don't know if that's better than the Scorch shot or what, but I think right now the Scorch shot's my favorite. But yeah, anyway, you don't actually have to hit them directly. Like, as you can see, for some of my Scorch shots, I don't actually hit them, but in fact I just like aim at the ground, and then the blast radius sets them on fire, which is really good when you're spy checking, especially at a long distance, because you don't actually have to hit them. So if you do, like, if you know there's a spy like a long ways away and he's about to like attack a sniper or something, or an engineer, you just shoot the Scorch shot like at his feet or wherever, like on a wall, and light him on fire so everybody else knows that it's a spy. So it's really helpful in that. But also, when you shoot it and it hits something, you might have seen it in the last like shot that I just did, but it'll basically hit them, and then it'll like stay in the air, and that can actually hit someone else. Like, it might ricochet off and hit somebody else, and that will also set them on fire too. So it's really helpful with that. I think it's just a great weapon. Star was talking about how he thinks that oh, and right here, this is one reason why I think instead of the extinguisher, you should use the home wrecker. And the home wrecker lets you remove sappers from sentries and buildings and whatever, and it also lets you it also does 100%, like 100% critical hit chances or whatever on buildings. But anyway, so that's why, I don't know, if you have a lot of engineers on your team and there's a lot of spies who are sapping their stuff, then I would definitely switch out the extinguisher and trade it for the home wrecker. Oh, and also in this game, I have my friend, the Danger Zone 999. He joined, and he could not join my team but that's okay. We don't really like boost or anything. I don't know. So, but as you can see right there, the Scorch shot like flare or whatever was like floating in the air, and that can actually hit other people and set them on fire, and it's really good for that. Now anyway, back to what I was talking about before. Star, he was talking about how it would be like definitely better than the detonator, like by every means, if it had better rocket, or not rocket jumping, but like better, I don't know, jumping capabilities. Because with the detonator, apparently you can jump pretty high. I don't know, as I said before, I don't have it. In fact, just this game oh, I just hit my knee on my desk, so if you heard that, sorry. But, and this pyro freaking blasted me off. But just this game, if you didn't see, I just unlocked the back burner, like, because I didn't even have that. Which I know a lot of people use, and I think I might use, but I'm really liking this degreaser setup. The degreaser, if you don't know, basically, I think it has like less damage and less afterburn, like when you burn somebody. But what's good about it is that it has like I think it was 65% faster, like switching weapon kind of thing. So like you switch your weapon 65% faster, which is really good, especially with the axe extinguisher. And the axe extinguisher, if you don't know, does 100% critical hit damage on burning players, and 50% damage on non-burning players. So what you want to do is you want to hit them with the degreaser and then just like hit 3, or in my case, I don't really, you know, that's another thing, I don't really use like the number buttons. I use my scroll wheel when I switch weapons. I don't know if that's like a sin or something in the PC gaming world, not sure, but I don't really use the numbers. I guess I'm just not good with it, not practiced enough with it. But anyway, what I do is, you know, just set them on fire with the degreaser, and because it doesn't do that much damage, scroll up and get the extinguisher, and then just, you know, hit them like once and it'll kill them. I think for a heavy though, you're gonna have to hit them twice. Not sure about soldiers, but right there's another example of the jumping thing. I was just testing it out. I actually want to get a lot better at rocket jumping and well, just rocket jumping, because I think I'm decent at sticky jumping. I mean, that's not really that hard to do. But oh, right there's another example. I see a lot of pyros, and you see me typing in the chat. I see a lot of I see a lot of pyros who don't put out burning players. And look at this stupid heavy freaking, I gotta blast them off. I see a lot of pyros who don't like what is it, extinguish burning players by using their what is it called again? Oh god, like their blast of air. They don't really use that to put burning players out, and I think that's definitely really useful, because I've seen a couple times where I'm not pyro and there's no way of me healing somebody, where a guy on fire walks right past one of our pyros who is not a spy, and he's trying to get to a, like, I don't know, spawn, or he's just trying to get to a med pack or something, and then he dies because of it. So I think, I don't know, I just think that more pyros need to do that. Maybe I'm just playing in really newbie servers, which is possible, but I just would like more pyros to do that. There's my little public service announcement. So this is actually a pretty good game for me. I don't want to ruin it, but I guess I will anyway. I top score, which is pretty sweet as a pyro, and I'm using this setup. It's probably my favorite pyro setup. I haven't really tried out the back burner, so maybe I'll like the back burner better. Not sure, but as of right now, this is my favorite pyro setup. I think it's just my favorite pyro setup for defense. I don't really know about like how good this would be as an offensive class, but I think it more shines as a defensive sort of class. Like if you're playing defense on payload or whatever you might be doing, that's defensive. Even though the pyro is, you know, like in the attack class section, I think this is definitely a more of a defensive class setup. You can knock people back with the Scorch shot. Obviously with the degreaser you can just, you know, blast them off with the air blast thing. Either way you want to do it. I think this is more of a defensive class. You could probably use it as offense with the whole axe extinguisher thing, but I think this class really shines on defense, or this class setup I should say. Now I don't know if I would go as far as to say that this is that pyro is my favorite class in general. I think Scout definitely is, just because I've played it the most, I've had the most experience with it. But I think pyro is tied for second with Demoman. I really like the Demoman, and I also really like the Engineer. I know I got a lot of hate on that one video. Oh god, monitor, why do you go to sleep on me all the time? Come on. I know I got like some hate on the what was it, like multiple class live commentary. Well, first of all, it was live commentary, and I know a lot of people don't really like those because I don't really do as well. But the engineer part of it, a lot of people didn't like it because I don't know, I guess I was just noobish. And I would agree that I was pretty noobish then, but I think I've actually practiced engineer a lot more, and I think I'm better at it, definitely better at it than I was in that video. So that's cool. And I was just spy checking right there. As a pyro, you always want to spy check what spy checking is. And someone's texting me at 12:15. Okay, that'll be for later. Anyway, so what spy checking is basically just firing your flamethrower like once, so it doesn't really waste a lot of ammo. And what you are trying to do is just spray or like put your teammates on fire, because normally friendly fire is off. So if you do actually set a teammate on fire, then that means that he is a spy. Pretty simple, but it can come in very handy, and it can save your team a lot. And that's basically one of the main roles of a pyro, besides well, basically just that, besides just clearing out a room with his flamethrower. Now, as a pyro, I don't know, I usually don't try, well, I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but yeah, as a pyro, basically all I try to do is just spy check and make sure to put people out of fire, like extinguish them is what the word I'm trying to use. And always remember that you have your air blast to blast back soldiers' rockets. So like if a soldier is shooting a rocket right at you, you can just use the air blast and shoot it right back at them, or just shoot it out of the way. Same with demoman's like little pill things or grenades. You can actually air blast those, and well, for the sticky bombs, when you air blast them, you just like move them out of the way, and you can like keep moving them as far away as you want. But with the actual like grenades themselves, like the ones that kind of look like pills, if you air blast them, they will turn into yours. They will turn into your like grenades, which can be really helpful. Also, you know, you can like kill yourself at some times, which I have done if you're not too careful with it. But it basically how I think of it is as like I'm sacrificing myself so my teammates don't die. But there you go, that's the game. I top scored. I don't know how many points I had, but I wanted to do this like the whole game, basically just take out that sentry nest, and I finally did. Now also towards the end there, you saw me just like blast away a heavy, and that's like what I think I needed to do, is at the end just try and like get people to not touch the cart, and it paid out in the end. We won. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video, whether it be Minecraft or TF2. Okay, I'll see you guys then. Bye.